Presidential spokesman Ernesto Abella says the government's new policy to refuse European Union grants will only apply to aid with conditions that will interfere with the country's internal policies. Abella says the new policy does not cover humanitarian aid that usually comes without any conditions. Asked what the Philippine government considers as interference, Abella says its definition does not necessarily apply to comments by EU officials on Duterte administration programs. Abella says, quote, comments do not necessarily interfere, but when it begins to impose certain conditionalities that will interfere with the way we handle it, then we consider that objectionable. He adds the Philippines can live without conditional EU grants, citing the overall growth of the country's economy. Expenses in the election case filed by former Senator Bongbong Marcos pulled down the net worth of Vice President Leni Robredo. Based on her December 31, 2016 Statement of Assets, Liabilities, and Net Worth, Robredo's net worth is at 8.87 million pesos, around 2 million pesos less than her net worth of 11 million pesos as of June 30, 2016. Robredo's net worth is expected to drop further this year because of the 16 million peso fee for the recount of votes in the electoral protest filed by Marcos. She paid 8 million pesos as first tranche deposit last May 2. In the Senate, Senators Cynthia Villar and Manny Pacquiao are the richest Philippine senators, declaring over 3 billion pesos each in net worth. Villar remains the country's richest senator, with a net worth of 3.6 billion pesos. She is 105 million pesos richer than in 2015, when she declared a net worth of 3.5 billion pesos. Pacquiao declared a net worth of 3.07 billion pesos, down from the 3.27 billion pesos he declared when he was Sarangani representative in 2015. Senator Antonio Trillanes is the poorest in the Senate, with a net worth of 6.5 million pesos. He replaces Senator Cheese Escudero in the last spot, whose net worth in 2016 was at 6.6 million pesos. A commission on audit report says Solicitor General Jose Calida and his predecessor, Florin Hilbay, received millions of pesos in excess allowances in 2016. The COA report says that Calida's excess allowances from July to December 2016 totaled 1.123 million pesos. Hilbay's excess allowances from January to June 2016 reached 4.6 million pesos. While government officials are not prohibited from receiving honoraria and allowances, a COA circular states that extra compensation paid to government officials must not exceed half or 50% of their annual salary. A Solicitor General earns 702,516 pesos annually, setting the 50% limit at 351,258. Hilbay says this is an old recurring issue between the OSG and COA. He adds the allowances of all OSG lawyers have been guided by Republic Act 9417 or the OSG law. The provision states that the legal staff of the Office of the Solicitor General are allowed to receive honoraria and allowances from client departments, agencies, and instrumentalities of the government. Hilbay says, quote, obviously, the COA doesn't have the authority to countermand an act of Congress. The COA already issued a notice of disallowance, which the OSG appealed. The appeal is still pending before COA. The COA adds Calida leads the list of OSG heads without a daily time record, a record of actual work performance of a government employee. Emperor Akihito's granddaughter's upcoming engagement to her college sweetheart, a commoner, will cost the princess her royal status. Princess Mako got engaged to Kei Kumuro, a telegenic 25-year-old commoner once named Prince of the Sea in a tourism promotion contest. Mako, 25, is the oldest daughter of Prince Akishino, Akihito's second son, and like all female imperial family members, loses her royal status upon marriage to a commoner under a controversial law. The law does not apply to male royals, with Akihito and both his sons marrying commoners, who are now part of the monarchy. The news reignites a debate on whether the law should be changed so women can continue in the royal roles in a bid to increase the chances of potential male heirs to the chrysanthemum throne. The Japanese government is currently preparing legislation to allow Akihito, 83, to abdicate in favor of his eldest son, Crown Prince Naruhito. Chris Cornell, lead vocalist of Soundgarden and Audioslave, dies at 52. Cornell's representative Brian Bombury says he died Wednesday in Detroit. Cornell was in Detroit that night for a Soundgarden concert at the Fox Theater. Bombury says the death was sudden and unexpected. The cause is still unknown. Aside from working with Soundgarden and Audioslave, Cornell also released 4 solo studio albums. Cornell also won 2 Grammy Awards with Soundgarden and was a Golden Globe Award nominee.